Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Radio City. I want to say thank you, first of all, to my good friend, my brother, my dude, Jason Fields. So, dude, like, what did you say at the end of your show? That I told you that he'll never be smarter than me? Wow. And then to not give context of what was happening at the time. I'm going to leave that to him. So if he ever fills in for me again, I'm going to have to call him out. Yep. Can't believe he said that. You wait till I see him. I'm going to get, no, seriously. Thank you. Appreciate it. And then I heard somebody say, that's the other something that the kid would say. DZ. Okay. Right. You know I'm going to get him. 833-212-1017. I feel like I've been gone like 6 weeks. It was like a day. It was like 6 weeks. Man, so much stuff happening in this city. It just, what happens when I take a day off and the world falls apart? Multiple shootings, right? What does multiple mean? 2, 3, 20? And 3 homicides? Y'all have lost y'all mind. I mean, it's tragic when children, men, and women die or are injured in shootings. And so, as I watched it over the weekend, there's one thing that always came to mind and one thing I was always concerned about. And really, when these types of things happen, and I'm going to make a comparison. It might be weak, but it's mine. It's in my weak little brain, so bear with me. I'm concerned about these 2 things regarding these 20 shootings and 3 homicides. 2 things. The media and the mayor. Let me explain. So as I started going through these shootings and I started to see the first 5 or 6 listed, and then it just kind of stopped because it just went on and on and on, and it just went on and on and on and on, right? So the first one, 47th and Center. The second one, 27th and Chambers. The third one, 80th and Bender. 56th and West Silver Spring. 22nd and Chambers. The one that really tugged at my heart was 5th place in Rogers, where the 13-year-old girl was shot, transported to the hospital, and subsequently died. The other victim was a 10-year-old Milwaukee girl who's in serious but stable condition, and an 18-year-old Milwaukee man who suffered non-life-threatening. What is going on in this city? So what do? We go talk to who? Our leaders here in the city of Milwaukee. And when asked the question about the shootings and the homicides and the issues that are going on in the city in relation to crime, here's what Mayor Cavalier Johnson had to say. Is it potted up?
Nice weekend that we had weather-wise in Milwaukee and other large cities around the country. When the weather gets warmer, you tend to see an uptick in this sort of activity. And this is the first nice weekend that we had weather-wise this year. And you already saw this rash of shootings that have happened. So it's something that certainly is a concern to me, but it's something that I will continue to work with our Office of Violence Prevention, the police department, and our other partners to address before things get out of hand and the weather continues to get warmer as we proceed here in the year.
So here's my question about that. Number one, the Office of Violence Prevention. Who has not prevented violence in what, since its inception? And if I'm wrong, let me know. 833-212-1017. The police department. We don't cut funding, we just don't hire cops. And the other partners. Who are these other partners? What partner in their right mind would come to the city of Milwaukee right now with 20 shootings and 3 homicides? Who? But yet, I'm not bashing the mayor because he just got in, so let's support him. Let's see a plan. Hello, looking for a plan in writing, something we're going to do. Are you going to get pushback? Yes. Are you going to get complaints? Yes. That's called being in leadership. Hey, let's lead. So as I went through all the news, right? Channel 4, Channel 6, Channel 12, Channel 58, 1824 doesn't do news. And then we get radio, podcast, TV, on and on and on. All you heard about all weekend was shooting. Monday morning, shooting. Sunday night, shooting. Everywhere, all day. And this is the issue I have with the media. When we get to the media piece, there's a story about a TikTok death in Wisconsin. So, a Wisconsin man and woman were electrocuted to death while trying a highly dangerous TikTok art trend where the 2 people were found dead after a house fire. When? April 6th, while making art with a highly dangerous method called fractal wood burning. First of all, who does that? Marathon County Sheriff's Office said that Tanya M. Rodriguez, 44, and James K. Karlofi, 52, died in a fire where they believe the victims were killed by electrocution. Fractal wood burning, an artistic technique that has gained popularity on sites like TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. The technique consists of burning lightning-shaped patterns into wood using high-voltage electricity after the wood has been soaked in a chemical solution. At least 33 people have died as a result of fractal burning. Now, maybe it's me, maybe I'm rude, maybe I am, but isn't that stupid? Fractal wood burn, 52 years old. You're going to soak something in a solution, a chemical, and then apply a hot electrical line to it? And you think that's artistic? God must clearly be wondering what's wrong with you right now. Well, we don't know that. We don't know if he asked him. But anyway, I digress. At some point, but my issue with the media is what? When white people do stupid stuff, it takes how many days? 24 days? 19 days? Public school math. 19 days to make it to the news, and it happened April 6th. We get shootings in Milwaukee. We hear it the same day, the next day, the day after that, the day after that, the day after that. Now, here's my question. Is the media being perfunctory or prejudiced? Well, if you don't know what perfunctory is, that's an action or a gesture carried out with a minimum of effort or reflection, which is kind of how they report the news when it's them. But when it's us, I think it's prejudice. You hear it over and over and over and over. And it took 19 days for this stupidity, this idiocy to make its way to the main news. Well, guess what? I tried to figure out what it was. I tried to go, think it through, right? But then I came across a saying, well, Nathan Rutstein said it best. He said, because I chose prejudice, prejudice is an emotional commitment to ignorance.
Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 101.